Massive greetings in the name of the Most High. This is Daddy Reddss for Daddy Reddss Promotions, and this is Talking News. On this episode, we're going to highlight what's going on in Kingston, and also Miss Kitty is going to have her say on it. But you know what to do. Like, subscribe, share, show that you can, leave a comment. This is Daddy Reddss, and this is Talking News.
We have a mindset problem. And if we don't change and work on the mindset, might as well we never bother celebrate Black History Month. I saw me see it. It is the start of a brand new month, Reggae Month, Black History Month, Valentine's Day Month, and a month that we are looking back at January, the month that was, and looking at the bloodletting, the murders, the atrocities, the shame, the disgrace that has been going on in our island, the crime that has gripped our nation or has been gripping our nation for quite some time now. Because though yesterday's occurrence is very stressful, disheartening, distressing, it's not surprising because this is where we are now in our country. Unfortunately, this is where we are now. We've been all processing from morning. I know that we've all been ruminating, digesting, unpacking, trying to make sense of, trying to, rationalize and trying to understand the logic of how Jamaica got to this place. I think we all can agree, or we can all agree, that there isn't one reason that has caused the degradation of our country, the degradation of our citizens, and all that we are experiencing right now. But I think we can all agree that we are at a level that we have to cauterize and deal with this issue, because it is not going to get any better if we stand idly by, continue to point fingers, and not do what we are supposed to do. I don't have all the answers, but what I do know is that each of us must play our part in advancing the welfare of the whole human race. We cannot continue like this. We cannot continue on this murderous path where we have a total disregard for life, for people, for property, for just, the law, for discipline, for law and order. We cannot continue like this. What I saw yesterday on social media that was captured in that very unfortunate, deadly event at the church made my blood curdle yesterday. And what is even sadder is the fact that it is not unique to it is not unique to Trelawney. People are dying left, right, and center everywhere. Uptown, downtown, country, everywhere you can think of. The murder, the robbery, the disregard for life has touched every strata of society, every fabric of society, and so it comes home to roost that none of us are protected or exempt from this crime and violence. When you live in a country where an 86-year-old woman can be murdered, a 6-year-old baby can be running away for her life, and she is chased and shot and killed like an animal, we know we are in deep crisis. When people can just open fire indiscriminately, you come for one man, them have a problem or a war or whatever it is, and innocent people are there and end up getting sprayed and caught in the crossfire. We're in a serious way. When you can look and see that Jamaica is leading in Latin America in terms of homicides, Venezuela is below us. We are 46.5%. And when you look at the size of our island in comparison to all the other areas, we are in a deep crisis. I don't have all the answers. But what I do know is that we cannot continue like this. And again, I do not care about the allegations or what is being alleged as to the reason behind this dastardly, dreadful killing. And it comes back again. We are of such a murderous mindset in Jamaica that for every little thing, Calico, somebody do, you are dead, you're for dead. You owe me rent, are dead, you're for dead. You thief me car, are dead, you're for dead. Oh, you diss me picnic, are dead, you're for dead. Oh, you look for me wrong, are dead, you're for dead. Oh, a boy tell me about my mother, are dead, you're for dead. The solution to our problems, no matter how small, oh, are dead, you're for dead. We have a mindset problem. And if we don't change and work on the mindset, might as well we never bother celebrate Black History Month. I saw me see it. Because celebrating Black history and that which our ancestors and those black men and women who shed blood, sweat and tears for which they died. If I saw we're going to deal with each other, might as well we not celebrate nothing. Because it just looks like a farce. It looks like a foolishness. It looks like an insult. And we are dash dirty water in our ancestors' face. The hypocrisy isn't going to get us anywhere. When we're looking at Vision 2030 for Jamaica to live, the place to live, what? Do business and raise family, which part? Because right about now it coming like all Ray Charles. It's a Ray Charles vibes and a Stevie Wonder vibes. Because that's a blackout. Where? So you mean to tell me that between the police, between the soldiers, between the government, the opposition, the private sector, between us as citizens, we're not, I just how we're gonna live? We're not having ethnic cleansing. We're not having a holy war. We're not having any kind of racial tension. And yet, we are murdering each other and killing each other like animals in the street. And for what cause? The top of the road is warring with the bottom of the road. How can the top of the road be warring with the bottom of the road and I have to go down to the bottom of the road to come out of the community? We all living at the boardhouse, we all have outside bathroom, everybody hungry, everybody has suffer. So what the war for? And when you kill the person, when you take lives, you're not getting better. It's not like you're winning the lotto. You're not winning the money. You're not elevate. You're not doing anything. And you kill somebody 12 o'clock and get caught 12:15. What sense does it make? And Calico, a lot of times, if we should get to the nitty gritty of what has caused these problems and murders, we'll come to realize, ladies and gentlemen, that it is absolutely minute, absolute garbage as to why the murder them. Alright, so if we ask the question, what really caused all of this? What caused the problem? What has sparked this mayhem? What has caused it? If we should speak the truth and get to it, something we could have talked over. But we have a culture whereby a lot of people have access to guns now. And that is the quickest way. Everybody, I promise you a gunshot. Oh, shoot, me go shoot. Hey, I have my gun. Oh, you're dead. And at the end of the day, this is not a tenable situation. A lot of people, we hear about, what happened yesterday in the church. And to the lady and to the family of the woman who was murdered, our condolences to her family, to her friends, her loved ones. This is sad. And the sad part, Calico, is that even though it happened in a church and it is, flabbergasting, it's not, yeah, but but Calico, it's not really, because again, we have seen time and again with them not a respect for true. And as me I say, when the lady, the elderly lady was murdered and her 2 granddaughters, listen, nobody come out and march about that. Listen, nobody come out and block the road about that. And not that we're advocating blocking of streets, because that is illegal. But no protest, no outcry. It's just a 9-day talk and we're on to the next thing. It's as if we are a society so steeped and immersed in tragedy, right, and trauma, that it has become a part of our reality, our daily life, and our acceptance. So there is no, we're not appalled. We just talk about it, and then we just move on and we're gonna eat lunch and yeah. It's just on to the next thing. On to the next thing. It's not for the government alone. It's for all of us, because all hands have to be on deck. Because at the end of the day, government ministers have protection. I don't have any. A 119 may have to call like everybody else. Most of us in this country, we have to call 119 for help. God bless all the other security companies or teams. But at the end of the day, if you have a country where the tension is so high all the time, and fear is so palpable, it is crippling. And it's almost as if the perpetrators of the violence, they don't care. They're not afraid. Because at the end of the day, if crimes are committed and there is no consequence, or perceived consequence and quick consequence, then people are just going to operate with impunity. Them lucky. Anything or anything. We have lost the foundation on which our nation is built. Primary socialization has been eroded. The family has been eroded. And until we fix that fundamental and rudimentary problem, we are going to have these issues. We are going to be grappling with these issues from now till thy kingdom come. Because if the foundation is faulty, the building ultimately will be faulty and will ultimately crumble. We have to start talk the truth and shame the devil. As a country, we cannot carry on so. It is so despicable. Like yesterday, I was like, from the homeless murders, and every day it's something else, Calico. I just saw where a man was killed off the Waltham, okay? And off Gretna Green or somewhere there. Every day. People are just dropping in broad daylight. And so, no longer is crime being committed under the cloak of midnight. Just brawling, brazen, daylight, anytime, anywhere. Them feel like. And it is very sad. And so, I want to know what Vision 2030 looks like. Right now, it looks very dim. It look good at all. Dark. It's very dark. It's very grim. And a lot of people, Calico, will think that 2030 is far away. Many people thought 2020 was far away too. Here we are now in 2021. What are we doing as a nation? How can we help the situation? The powers that be, those who are elected to protect us, to put elements and laws and policies in place to deal with this crime monster and to deal with this crime and criminality monster. Where are the plans? What are we doing? As citizens, how are we helping to embolden and to bolster these efforts? Because if it is that there are laws and policies, but you know, say your son a rob and thief and I do the things them, and you still condone it, and you still alright with it, 6 and 1/2 dozen and the other. Vision 2030 look very dim, dark and backward to me. Because right about now, may I tell you, it's not a good look at all. And as I said, people from every sphere and strata of society, we're all being affected. And I know that we're being affected, even if you don't know the woman, you don't know the man. Just from a human perspective, you empathize with the persons and with what is happening, because you never know when it will come to your doorstep. And then the thing that I don't like is when these atrocities are committed, then there are all kind of allegations flying left, right, and center, as if that justifies the reason for taking a life. Everybody a dip them out, everybody have something to say, and then because the dead person is not here to defend him or herself, then things just take on a life, the rumors, the allegations take on a life of their own. And as if that is to some way, somehow justify or rationalize why the person have a right for dead. Them for dead, them for dead. A man look upon you. Somebody looks at you. Oh, I dead, you for dead. I want some man. I want you look upon me for. What did that girl? What shall look upon me for? And my question is always, so what did you take to see that the person is looking at you? Because I must look, you look too, you know. This he said them I look upon you. And God in his wisdom knew that people were going to look at you. So he made us with eyelids so that if you don't want to see somebody looking at you, you can close your eyes. He also knew that you're going to have people looking at you. So he make your neck so it can turn. Your body so it can turn. So you can look away and turn away. Where does it stop, guys? Where does it end? What do we need to do? How can we solve this issue and problem? I am absolutely sick and tired of it. And every year we say, we can't carry on like this, you know. We can't carry on like this. And every year we get progressively worse. Last year it's X figure. This year the figure gone up. And every year we can't continue. We can't continue. And every year it gets progressively worse than the year before. It's almost as if you make 2 steps forward and 20 steps backward. And it's just the regular, and it just becomes the norm, and it is distressing. It is distressing. You're in traffic, and if you hear a bike, may I tell you, it's coming like you want to crawl through your vehicle because you're so afraid. You hear a bike engine or muffler, yeng, yeng, yeng. Problem. You're in your country where fellow black men and black women are being killed and slaughtered on a daily basis. So if I saw we're gonna deal with it, what make we celebrate Black History Month, Calico? What exactly are we celebrating? Because if me and none of the Maroons are Marcus Garvey, I'm not telling a lie. I be a box, me back and box and pinch people. Because I want to know if I this me give up my life for. Some sharp on the wall of the people, them. And those that came before us. So we can enjoy the liberties that we do now. And so we have to deal with it. And again, to what avail? For what reason? Money not going to solve the problem. Because many people in depressed areas, in the garrison, and the ghetto uptown have money. But it is the mindset of the people that needs to be altered and changed.
So there you have it. Miss Kitty is making a whole lot of sense if you ask me. This is Black History Month. This is Reggae Month. You know, they have the man and woman Valentine's Day in this month and everything else. And right now, the way we behaving, and I'm not only talking about Jamaica, the way we behaving everywhere, y'all know it gotta stop. But don't worry, check out part 2 when we talk about what the gun violence can be attributed to listen to too much gun lyrics in the music. Right now, please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment if you care. And since I am Daddy Reddss, the reggae ambassador, I will always cause a musical massacre. Dread out for now.